This will be a quick tour of the Flow Field Assessment tool by Inflection Network. This tool was designed to integrate seamlessly with Builder, and it's used in the field on an Android tablet similar to this one. This is just a regular commercially available Samsung Android tablet. It operates the same way as well. So here is my application loaded on the main page. Clicking on the icon opens up my page within Flow. As an assessor, I've been assigned a building and some systems by my team lead on the Flow website. And so when I received notification of that assignment, I went in and I synced with the website via my internet connection. And now all that data is on this tablet, so I can operate independently of internet connectivity out in the field. So clicking on the My Buildings button shows me the building that I've been assigned, this bioenvironmental lab. I can see the details of that building by clicking on the details, and these details are just the same as you'd find in Builder. Here we have a photo of the building. I can add additional photos. I can look at comments about the building, but I want to go back to the main page for my building and actually see the inventory within it. So clicking on the word takes me to the system level now. And at all these levels beneath the building level, I can add a new system, component, or section. I can also delete those items which have been added during my session only. So today I'm a fire protection engineer, so I'm going to be working with fire protection components all day. Clicking on the D40 fire protection brings me to the component page, and this will show me the components that are within my building under D40. And so here we are. I am standing in front of a sprinkler head right now, so I want to see what sections within Flow we have for sprinklers in this building. And here I am on the second floor, so this must be my sprinkler section. Clicking on it takes me to the section level page. And this section level page has a dashboard on the main page showing me the basic information about that section. It also would have section details listed here if there were any, or I could add some myself by clicking on Add Details. These are the section details that are familiar to anyone who uses Builder. So going back to that main dashboard page now, I would like to start an inspection on this item. So clicking on Start Inspection will open up an inspection page that gives me two options. It allows me to either do a direct rating or an age-based inspection. Coming soon, we'll be able to do a distress survey as well. It populates it with today's data automatically, and I've chosen direct rating, so I can now start my inspection. Pulls up the different direct ratings. If I've forgotten what these mean, I can click on the Help tab, and it brings up my definitions for all these ratings. So based on those, I'm going to give this a green minus, and I want to add an inspection comment, so I click on Add Inspection Comment. Now I can type in my comment on the keyboard, but I like using the Flow voice recognition system, so I click on the microphone on the keyboard. This sprinkler is pulling away from the ceiling slightly. So it got most of what I said here, but it missed this feeling word. So you see that I've got the option to change it to ceiling. And now I save my comment, and it puts it into the inspection record. I think I'd also like to add a photo of this item. So I click Add Photo. It automatically activates the camera on the device. And it processes that photograph and allows me to approve it. Once I click Save, it inserts that photograph into the inspection record for that section. That was a pretty large file, but here it is right away. So my inspection is complete. So I click Complete, and now that's done. Now going back and forth, up and down within the hierarchy by going page by page is rather slow. So we have the option where on the left side, if I pull out this drawer here, I can jump to any of the levels above me very quickly, and it lets me navigate a little faster. Also within this drawer, I have the option to search at these different levels. So if I clicked on this search page, I'd be able to search building names for whatever building I want to define. And that applies to every level below it too. I can search for a different system, I can search for a component name, etc. So let me close this drawer. And that's a faster way to navigate, but we found in our development of this application that inspectors usually only work with a handful of sections at a time, somewhere between 5 and 10, maybe 12 sections at a time. So in order to make that simpler and to be able to use this device in a way that they're used to using their pencil and paper and clipboard, we have this pull-out drawer from the right that is populated with pinned sections. So these pinned sections were pinned by me as the assessor, knowing that I was going to be working with these types of sections all day long today on the second floor. So I can go on to the second floor. Every time I walk into a room or start walking down a hallway, I'm looking for these devices and I can increment them almost like a counter device. So I can walk in and say, there's another one of these fire alarm devices, so I increment it by 1. Here's some more water piping and equipment. There's 2 more of those, so I increment that. I can do it by room size. So here we have a 120 square foot room. If I clicked that, it increments it automatically to 520. I could change the size of my room by clicking on the calculator button, etc. So that makes it very quick. And then when I'm done with the second floor, I would select all these, and then I would click copy, and it copies all these, and then I can change all of their names to third floor, and then unpin all these original ones. And so you can see how I can move through a building very rapidly using this device. Let's go to another section, fire alarm devices. Clicking on that takes me to that section page. So you can see on this page that there's this icon here that looks like an unlinked icon. What that means is that this section is not linked to any DIMLS RIPI IDs. Now, DIMLS is a computerized maintenance management system used by DHA, and the RIPI IDs are how they are identified within DIMLS. The DIMLS RIPI IDs need to be associated with the sections in Builder, and here's how we do it. We click on the DIMLS tab, and this long list of unassociated RIPI IDs is available to me. And I can do some research on each one to determine which one or many of these RIPI IDs should be associated with my section. So I determine that it's this one, and this one. So now, when I go back to the dashboard, you'll see that there's a linked icon now that says that this section is linked to at least one RIPI ID. And here are those RIPI IDs in my section details under ID number. This is how we are able to integrate a CMMS with Builder fairly seamlessly. So that's how we get around, that's how we do inspections, that's how we add data. When this is all completed, then I can go back to my main page, and at this point, if I'm happy with the data that's on the device, I would hit Sync Now, and it sends it back up to the Flow website so that it can be assessed through the QA checks that we have, and the team lead can approve it before it gets finally sent on to Builder. So this is Flow. We update Flow on a nearly weekly basis, and when we do come up with new versions, we have software that allows it to automatically be sent to the devices in the field, and when they have an internet connection, it'll automatically update that software on that device completely seamlessly to the assessor. So just a quick tour. Hope you enjoyed it.